Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be talking about our opinions, what we would expect in the
Spider-Man Reboot.
yeah, so me and Jedireviewer are just gonna basically be talking about, like, obviously what we want to happen in the film and stuff like that. So probably one of the main things I want is for it to have a decent villain in it, like something, a good boss fight or something in it, like that, and probably not have the whole movie going through its teenage years. So, what do you think?
Well, a good thing to compare it to is the Batman Begins and the Dark Knight, because they're obviously the reboot of the original Batman, and so they've brought us two new villains every film. So Ra's al Ghul and Scarecrow, and also Two-Face and the Joker. Yeah. So maybe that's the way to go with the Spider-Man.
Probably add I probably just want the villains not just to be the same as they were in Spider-Man 1, because that'd just be a bit bad. But I'm hoping they will make a new villain or something like that, maybe probably more of a comical villain like Mysterio or something like that. And maybe even Chameleon, because he is pretty good and he was in the first Spider-Man comic ever, so I think Chameleon would probably be the best one. So.
Well, the thing is with Batman Begins is they brought us two new villains, which people didn't know a lot about. I mean, I wouldn't say they were the most popular Batman villains. I mean, they weren't Penguin or Riddler or Joker.
Yeah, Scarecrow wasn't really.
Yes, Scarecrow and Ra's al Ghul maybe weren't the most popular, but after the film, they were probably one of the best. At least that we've seen on film. So maybe if they bring in smaller characters, that might work.
Yeah, if I'm not too sure if we want loads in like Spider-Man 3.
No.
I think one's just probably enough for this. Reboot, just because it's like he's only like a young Spider-Man basically, and he's not really able to handle like 3 villains or something like that.
So what villains do you think would work?
Well, I think probably just like a small time villain, one that isn't as popular.
I think a small time, but maybe quite popular. So I think maybe Lizard.
Yeah, Lizard. There's been a lot of people wanting Lizard to be in
Spider-Man 4.
Spider-Man 4, but I don't think it's gonna come out.
That's not coming out.
No, that's not coming out. But if that did come out, everybody wanted the Lizard to be the bad guy.
But Sam Raimi, the director, actually wanted Vulture, and that's why it all got destroyed. So that's why they're rebooting it and everything.
Yeah, I don't know why they did.
A lot of people, I'll have to see what you think on this. Don't want to see the origin again.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this?
I think it's appeared in the comics, loads and loads of times, and we all get the idea that he was bitten by a radioactive spider. And it even has it in the cartoon, it has it in the movie and everything like that. So I'm not sure if we want to spend like any more money on that origin scene.
Well, it's just like the new Hulk movie, The Incredible Hulk. Really, it's they didn't show the origin. They just, in the titles, they showed like flashbacks.
Yeah.
Have you actually seen that?
And they did from Blockbuster.
So I think that was actually a sequel though.
I think what would be good if like maybe it had a bit of Peter Parker's high school like years in it, just as much as Spider-Man 1 maybe, and maybe Dr. Connor's in it or something like that, and a scene of him making the lizard formula or something like that.
Yeah. What I'd like to see is like characters before the villains, like Dr. Octavius before he becomes Doc Ock.
Yeah.
And then maybe in the next movie he becomes Doc Ock.
It would be really, 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 really cool if you saw like all the villains like in the previous form, like
Yeah.
if you saw Cletus Cassidy or just Eddie Brock.
Eddie Brock. I think in the comics he went to the same high school as Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Or certainly in one of the TV shows. So what they want to do apparently is take it right back to the high school. Whereas in the first film he graduated in the first movie. In the reboot they want to take a lot of it back to the high school like the original comics.
Yeah, so maybe the end he's gonna graduate or something as a big celebration or something like that. But I think it's all still all the same actors. I think
it's different actors. Do you remember I told you the guy from Doctor Who?
Oh yeah.
Frank.
Yes.
And it's just recently being confirmed I think that Mary Jane Watson isn't actually going to be in it. So it's probably going to be Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, I do. I thought in the first movie, well, all the movies really, it had a bit too many scenes with Mary Jane in it.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like
Spider-Man 3, like the bit where New Goblin found out that what happened, it was just like loads and loads of scenes with Mary Jane.
Yeah.
It's like that bit was crying.
Yeah.
And I think that goes on too long. It's just basically.
So I think Lizard could work.
Yeah. Yeah, Lizard could probably work if he didn't look like too stupid the Hulk in the first Hulk movie.
Sony is in charge of a lot of this because that's the people who make Sony. So it's not. I'm not sure how much Marvel is gonna get.
Yeah, it's probably
in control of it really. So
I'm not sure if it's gonna be like what teenage life is like.
Yeah.
Anywhere or just like a Marvel story.
Well, I'm not sure about the origin. I think if they didn't spend too much time on it, like the very first scene.
Yeah.
Was him like in the whatever it was like.
Yeah.
What was it again? Like the factory or wherever it was. Like you got the spider. I think if that was the very first scene, was him like walking around with his school.
Yeah.
And then he gets bitten. I think the origin could work again, but they're probably gonna change the costume and stuff. So I'm not really.
Maybe
sure.
if the origin was altered a bit from the first one, it wouldn't be a bit too repetitive.
Yeah.
And costume, if it was altered, I wouldn't mind it being altered to something more comical, like like the fat spider on the back or something like that.
And also, in the comic, he kind of has like these webs.
Yeah.
I kind of like those, and it's kind of disappointing that he didn't have them in the films.
Yeah, it would be like cool if we did that, like like that. So.
Yeah, I'd like to see Carnage, but like you said, to do Carnage they would probably have to do Venom, and Venom I don't think they could do in the first movie, and maybe they could do it in the second.
Yeah, one thing that would probably be good is, well, maybe if they did the wrestling scene again.
Yeah.
That would have been good.
Mm.
Maybe if like it wasn't so emotional and everything in the car, and if.
Yeah, and maybe even when the movie starts, Uncle Ben is already dead.
Yeah, maybe he's.
We don't really need to see his death again.
Nah, it's just unnecessary.
So it could be like, he's already dead.
Yeah, maybe start the movie from, like, just after, like, he comes home after, like, Uncle Ben's died and everything. Like, that would have been, cool.
Yeah, whereas in the first Spider-Man, they really spent a lot of time on the origin, like, in the first scene where he's chasing after the bus.
Yeah.
And, like, the cafeteria scenes and all that.
Yeah.
So.
The cafeteria scene is pretty good when like he's like flicks the tray and hits splash in the head
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
I mean, there's good scenes, but we don't really want to see them again.
Yeah,
If they're going to do the origin, they need to discover their own scenes.
yeah, so maybe
Yeah.
a bit.
So a lot of people didn't really like the fact that Disney was buying Marvel.
Yeah,
Um,
I wasn't too sure on that
well,
because
you can't really complain right now because you're getting Thor, you're getting Captain America,
Yeah,
the First
so-
Avenger.
so I think Disney has done a really
Yeah,
good
and you're getting the Avengers movie in 2012.
And
So
Disney has done a good job with its previous films, like Toy Story, for instance.
like I said, I don't know how much how much they're going to have their input on this film.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's Sony who's in charge of it, and really Sony are the ones that brought it back from the dead, because after the problems with Spider-Man 4, Sony was like, oh, we'll just reboot it.
Yeah, so no I want to say. So I might be doing a few more of these chats, I'm not sure, but sorry if I'm not, don't be disappointed. So yeah, right, bye.